Well, fine. Good evening, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I am in Sheldon, Vermont, and this is the Sheldon Cemetery. Now, I'm actually going to focus on this area over here, but let's take a brief big wandering over this section. They are still allowing burials here, by the way. I don't know how big this place is, but it looks huge. You can't tell that, by the way, because the entrance to here is on Sheldon Woods Road, which is just over there. So all you see as you're driving by is that old section up there. But I took a wrong turn. No shock at all about that. And happened to see this as I was turning around. Oh my God, look at the size of that bad boy. So peaceful. You see this is a dry creek bed here. How peaceful is this? There's a little bit of water over here. I see a culvert down there too. Don't want to step any closer because there's a slant here. You see, there's the culvert right there. Right. Where's my cane? There you go. Right there is the culvert. And you can see, hopefully you can see the water. Didn't know that's obvious. Looks like it's just a bunch of leaves right there. Well, trust me on that one, even though I can't seem to point to it for you. There is water down that side. And, ooh, the breeze is so nice right here. It's been disgustingly humid all day. Hydrangeas all over the place. It's nice to be able to identify these. So what's great about hydrangeas is because you see them in quite a few, I mean, I've seen them in a lot of cemeteries. I'm sure you have too. Well, when they're planted, that's the most work you're going to do with those things, is to plant them. And then after that, they don't need anything from you, from me. They're also, they're easily dried. So you can take them home and dry them to remind you of your loved one who's buried nearby. So, easy to care for, and they're lovely to look at. I don't know how fragrant they are, but as you can see, there's a lot of cemetery here. And again, I'm not going to walk this part, because I want to focus on the older part. But pretty interesting. Pretty interesting indeed. Alrighty, so let's head back. And I see the dirt pile. I can see that it has a regular roadway right here, right? I wonder to get back in those other places. You see their headstones on the hill too. You see that area way back up there? Yeah. I wonder if there's a road that leads up there, because I wouldn't want to walk it. It's my first day out really walking since I hurt my leg. You watch those videos. They're in 3 parts. First round of bandage, second round of bandage, and then what it looks like now that the bandage is off. Alrighty, so let me pause this and I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, I decided to do a drive-through of the place, and we're going to look at these monuments from the car, as I am. You can watch them from the comfort of your living room. I talked about the Kittle family in one of my videos. Not sure that's been up since this will be up, but They lived in a house I was filming, as I recall. This would be much too much for me to walk, to be perfectly honest. Oh, but look at that beautiful monument up there. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. Wow, look at that one. That one with the woman on top. I think it's a woman. Don't know if I can get up there is the thing. I don't see any roads that lead uphill. Let's go up the hill and I'll come back down. We'll do the other side. Some hydrangeas up close. Oh, it looks like I could maybe drive up there. Let me try. Hang on. Alrighty, well, I have to say I did not like that drive up. I mean, I drove up that grass hill right there. And as I rounded the corner, it gets, there's a lean. And I'm not fond of that kind of stuff. But this, gosh, was it worth it? Let's decide. A little hard to see it in silhouette like that. But fairly large family plot right here. The Northrop family. Jonathan Northrop. June 6, 1822 to November 1, 1907. So what does that make him? 85. Deborah F. Northrop, April 12, 1823 to July 6, 1913. Which made her, wow, 90. Looks like they did well for themselves financially. Looks like this figure atop has an anchor, so I do wonder if they were in the maritime trade or involved in the Navy. What a gorgeous view from up here. Wow. Let's see, who else? Uriah B. Northrop, 1854, August 17, 1854, and died the same day. Oh, I'm sorry. Amanda F. Northrop, October 28, 1857 to December 26, 1857. Elizabeth Northrop, can't quite read the middle initial. April 3, 1846 to March 16, 1864. 17. And Mary B. Northrop, wife of N.H. Bush, September 8, 1849 to November 21, 1873, which would put her at 24. Childbirth. I think she died in childbirth, people. How about down here? As I walk between headstones. If you're going to walk here, the ground is uneven, and I think it'd be an ankle-breaking sort of place. So just be aware of that. Sergeant on this side, the name of the bottom, but I still have Northrops up above. Abram L. Northrop, August 1859 to October 2, 1874, which would put him at What is that? Is that 14? Well, that's 14, isn't it? Geez, 15. 15. Uriah B. Northrop, August 1, 1885 to November 1, 1934. Dr. Winston A. Y. Sargent, 1901 to 1996. And Frederica N. Sargent, 1903 to 2003. So 99 or 100. These folks have good genes to live so long. Hopefully healthy years. And on this side we have Peter B. Northrop, April 22, 1856 to May 16, 1922. His wife, Catherine Fletcher, June 5, 1870 to October 4, 1938. Consuelo, 1899 to 1976, daughter of Peter and Catherine, first woman elected lieutenant governor in America. Good for you. Good for her. That name, now that I think about it, yes, that is familiar. Consuelo Northrop. I think she was written about in a booklet. Indomitable Women, maybe. I don't own it yet, but anyway, interesting. You just never know who's buried. You know, where these folks end up being buried. Well, clearly in the family plot. But, well, that was worth the drive up then. All right, well, let me continue on down the regular road, the gravel road. Yay, gravel road. And we'll continue to do a drive-through of this portion of the cemetery. Drive-by cemetery. Wow, yeah. All right, I'll be right back. All right, well, I'm just going to continue down this dirt road. Well, this is a grass path. It's not a dirt road, it's a grass path. So glad the car is quiet. So glad the car works. I know they are in silhouette because of the sun being on the other side there. Another obelisk. If I had a nickel for each time I came across an obelisk in a cemetery, I would be abundantly wealthy by now. So an obelisk, as you likely know, if you've been watching my cemetery videos, an obelisk is an Egyptian symbol of eternal, everlasting life. Segues so nicely into Christian beliefs, doesn't it now? As I keep going down here, I wish you could smell what this is like. I could share smell-o-vision with you. Fresh cut grass. Oh, my favorite scent in the whole wide world. Has a very natural smell in the nature and all that good stuff. Hopefully you can hear me all right over the engine sound. Whew. I could not have attempted this in my wagon. My wagon would have said, "Are you out of your blooming mind? No, we're not doing that." But here we are. It's been my experience in cemeteries that they can be empty until I want to drive and film, and then suddenly everyone and their brother has arrived. But so far, so good. All right, we've seen this part. Got a little faster through here. That's where I just drove uphill in this grassy area right here. That's where I drove up. It doesn't seem very steep And overall, it wasn't very steep, but it was still kind of... Give me a moment there. Oh, wow, look at the size of this monument coming up. Wow. Dwight R. Bush, 1851 to 1928. I love that Art Deco-ish, Art Deco-esque, perhaps, monument. Wow, that is amazing. Love it. And that Kittle or Kittel name is again over here. Those beautiful rose granite headstones. And another Kittel or Kittel. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the name. So if I butchered it, I apologize. A Boston Red Sox fan. I was trying to figure that out. Agnes L. Rushford, 1933 to 2012. And you'll see what I mean when I zoom in. Oh yeah, there we go, see? Boston Red Sox. You know, the stuff I find in cemeteries never ceases to amaze me. Okay, I'm coming around a curve here, so hopefully it's still aimed at headstones. Just want to make sure that, you know, I'm on the road, and I don't mean again. And these headstones are faced away from us, but I can't say this enough, that when you're in a cemetery, it's really a good idea to look at the backside of the headstones, because you never know if they say something. The black one appears to be, I'm guessing, yes, the children. Stephen, Kathy, Julie, Brian. I don't know who's buried there, though I'm in my car. And then the one next to them, that one there, I can't read it from here. But always look at the backs of the headstones, folks. It's now when it's rough like that, probably not. But oftentimes these the kind that has the shine to them, polished. Maybe they're polished. Well, as you come upon this one with that red flag tells me that person had been a firefighter. The name is facing away from us, though, so I can't read it to you. Alrighty. Now, note there are headstones on the other side, but can't show you those. Well, look at that one with McKay name right there. That beautiful farm. In loving memory, John F. Jr. May 31, 1966 to April 12, 2005. The person died too young. Too young. How old is that? 29? 28. 28. They didn't make it to their birthday. And then the Austin name next to it. Joyce M., May 17, 1944 to January 2, 2018. And then there's a placard that says, I love that you're my mom. Sorry. Sorry for your loss. Now, that little, where it says Mercure, James R. 428, 1942, and Fern R. 430, 1947. Now he has, what is that, like a radio? Old-time radio? It says RN above her name. I'm guessing they are still with us. I think those are birth dates on there. There's a person who is subscribed to my channel and follows me in different social media platforms with the same last name. I'll have to ask if he is related because he has family up here. Just conversations we've had in the YouTube comments, or typically YouTube comments. So anyway, I'll have to ask him. Maybe that's a birdhouse. I don't know what that is. But it's fun to guess. Oh, I see another person up here who was in the fire department. Corey Lyndon E. So Lyndon E. was a Vermont State Firefighters Association member, 1932 to 2019, and his wife Joyce Reed. Now the last name is written that way because it's the maiden name of the woman. In case you're wondering about that, that's why. Lots of flies. Lots of flies I encountered today in Sheldon. Holy cow. Take flies over mosquitoes, but still. Isn't that lovely right there? Abel, Marion, and is that Rick? Not even sure. It's just lovely because of the flowers right there, and I like the logging truck on top. I mean the engraving there. Let's see if you can see it if I zoom in. Oh, much better. Now you can see it. And then here is the spigot if you would want me to fill these milk jugs to water the flowers. I didn't notice any other spigots around here, so perhaps not. All right, so this is the drive-through, the drive-by of the Sheldon Cemetery. But now let's go up to the old section. That'll be a separate video, so you don't have to think, oh my gosh, when's she going to get to the old stuff? Well, this is not necessarily all that new up here, but anyhow, this is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. Really appreciate your coming along with me today. So, hope you subscribe, and until I see you again, have a fabulous evening.